So g'day, if you don't know me, my name is Morgan. I live in Australia, specifically in Queensland, and no, the title of this video was not clickbait at all. It's legit. In a couple weeks time, I might be homeless. So sorry about the way I look. It's been a pretty rough day and I'm not in great condition. Yeah, so today while I was at work, I got a really charming email from my real estate agency saying that my lease wasn't going to be renewed. So I have now a couple weeks time to find myself another house to live in because I'm a renter. And normally that would be fine. I mean, I've lived in this house for years and it does feel like a home to me, but in normal circumstances, that would be an annoying email. That would be like, great, now I have to apply for another house and I have to arrange movers and I have to arrange a bond clean. But it would be manageable. It would be frustrating and annoying and unfortunate, but an otherwise entirely manageable situation. But like a lot of people know, we're in the middle of a housing crisis here in Australia, like a lot of other parts of the world. And we're in the middle of a rental crisis. And I have a couple weeks. So I genuinely have no idea what's going to happen. So I've spent the last couple hours doing a bunch of Googling about what houses are available on the market. They're all just stupidly expensive given what they are and where they are. And some of them just really aren't even livable. Like, people should not be living there. But I've rung a real estate agent about one and had a conversation with him, and he was super lovely, which is great. But he was telling me that for every rental, that is currently on the market, the real estate agencies are getting over 100 applications. So at this point, securing rental accommodation here in Queensland is essentially just a lottery. With those kind of numbers, you got a 1% shot at securing the property. Like, it is really crazy here. And this was absolutely not something I ever expected. Like, this 100% was not on my 2024 bingo card. Like, I was expecting, like, every year that has passed for the last several years to get a rent increase and to have the lease renewed, because I have given the landlord absolutely no reason not to renew the lease. I pay my rent on time. I've always paid my rent on time. I have a secure income. I have had a secure income for years. I have done absolutely no damage to the property at all. It is really well maintained. The only thing I have done to be in this situation at the moment is be a renter in Australia. That's the only mistake I've made. Like, I'm an ordinary person with an ordinary job, but it's all remarkably reliable. And yet, in a couple weeks' time, I'm potentially homeless. Like, it is really bad here. And I don't know how to explain to people how shocking and destabilizing and frightening it is to just be kicked out of your home in a couple weeks, to just get something in the mail that says you have to leave your home in a couple weeks. Like, this is no longer your home, pack up and go. Like, if you're a renter, you are very vulnerable right now, and you can get that email at any time saying, okay, the landlord's pulling the plug, and there are reasons landlords can do that. But yeah, so in the next couple of weeks, I don't know quite what my content is going to be. But my guess is that there's going to be an absolute ramping up of cleaning and decluttering videos, because I literally have to pack everything that I own. Everything that is in this house has to go into a box and go somewhere. So I don't know if that's going to be another house. Maybe it will, but maybe it won't. Or maybe it'll be storage. But I'm going to have to Marie Kondo the crap out of this place, because I will go through every single item I own and put it somewhere. So the decluttering stuff is going to be on, and then I have to clean. So just to give you some background, if you're not Australian, when you leave a rental property, you have to do a bond clean. A bond, I don't know if you know or not, I don't know your circumstances for your country, but when you move into a rental property here in Australia, you pay 4 weeks rent up front as like a buffer in case you damage the property. And then you're supposed to get that bond back at the end when you leave. But you typically have to do a bond clean when you leave, which includes paying to have the carpets all professionally cleaned and to have the place like really, really spotless. So I am going to have to clean everything before I empty out this place and go somewhere. You might know that I have a little cat. She's going to be okay. I've already contacted a friend who will take her in, so I will not have to surrender her. So she will have somewhere temporary to go until I do secure some kind of accommodation, but where I go is a different matter. It's all just remarkably destabilizing. And I'm not a person who copes with adventure and adrenaline well. It's the exact antithesis of what I would like. I like stability and security and peace and calm. So this is a lot personally for my nervous system to take. I'm not wired for this kind of stuff. I'm just remarkably stressed. And I just absolutely do not know how to express what it feels like to be facing homelessness while you have a secure, steady, permanent income and a permanent job and great references and a stellar rental history. Like, this is madness. This is just sheer and utter madness. So yeah, if you're in a similar situation, I feel for you. I always felt for you, and now I thoroughly understand how you feel. But yeah, it was already, the current climate and the context was already uber intense before this happened. It was already pretty exhausting. And now I don't know. But you just have to keep coping, right? Like, instead of just falling into a little ball, which is what half of me wants to do, is just absolutely curl up in a ball. I have to look for houses and apply, and I don't even know if there are going to be movers available. Like, I do not know. I haven't moved in years now. And in the current climate, I don't know, maybe people are moving so much that they're booked out for months in advance. I have heard that there are limited storage units available because a ton of people have put stuff in storage. So, yeah, I have no idea what's going to happen in the coming weeks. I don't know where I'm going to be in a few weeks' time. Harriet might not be with me. I don't know. And I don't mean to be a downer or to sort of make my problems anybody else's problems, but this is an absolutely bizarre, surreal, incredibly brutal and upsetting situation. Like, I don't know how to explain it, how to say and make it sound the way it feels when I say I might be homeless in a couple weeks' time. Like, they're just words, but I don't know how to express how remarkably scary that is. And how remarkably angry I am, given that I have done absolutely nothing wrong. But yeah, I don't even know how to wrap this up. I'm really sorry. It's a messy, messy video. And maybe I shouldn't have made it. I don't know. But yeah, this is happening to just people. Just ordinary, unextraordinary, just... I have an everyday job and an everyday life and an everyday rental history, and I still might not have a home in a little while. Yeah, this is just where people are at. This is just where ordinary, everyday people are at. So I'll try to upload soon so that anybody that does watch gets an update and knows what's happening. But yeah, this is just really scary, unsettling, uncertain times.